You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play.
The options market can be a confusing place. Sorting through the daily avalanche of data, alerts, updates, articles, and analysis to find the most important information is an overwhelming prospect. But now you have help. Welcome to the Options News Rundown, the only program that breaks through the noise to bring you the most important news and information from the world of options. Every day we bring you the top 5 option stories curated by the options experts at theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider. And now it's time to break through the noise. It's time for your Options News Rundown.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, April 17th, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Our first story today is from investing.com. It's the top 5 things to know in the market on Tuesday. The first thing to know is Netflix surges as stocks focus on earnings. Shares of Netflix surged more than 7% in pre-market trade on Tuesday after the online streaming service smashed expectations for new subscribers. With geopolitical tensions fading into the background, market participants turned their attention towards corporate earnings. In a busy week for earnings, 71% of the 35 S&P firms that have already released corporate numbers for the first 3 months of the year beat profit estimates, while 80% have topped consensus with sales. In focus on Tuesday, Goldman Sachs, Johnson & Johnson, and United Health will report before the opening bell, while IBM will release its numbers after the close. The second thing to know today is the pound pulls back from post-Brexit high after UK jobs data. The pound pulled back from its highest level since the Brexit vote, while the UK voted to leave the European Union after employment data released on Tuesday. Average earnings, excluding bonuses, picked up as expected to register a 2.8% rise from the previous month's 2.6% increase. The reading topped inflation that has seen a 2.7% annualized gain in February, meaning that workers are finally enjoying pay growth that tops price increases, putting an end to months of pay squeeze in the UK. The third thing to know is the dollar holds near a 3-week low. Data and the Fed speakers are on tap. The dollar took a breather in early morning trade on Tuesday, hovering near a 3-week low hit overnight. The greenback had come under pressure a day earlier as U.S. President Donald Trump accused Russia and China of devaluing their currencies in a Twitter post. China's foreign minister said on Tuesday that information coming out of the United States regarding the Chinese currency is a bit chaotic, as Trump's own comments serve to put downward pressure on the dollar. The fourth thing to know here today is China posts a strong Q1 growth and shows some weakness. China allowed markets to breathe a sigh of relief on Tuesday as the world's second largest economy posted quarter growth of 6.8%, buoyed by strong consumer demand, healthy exports, and robust property investment. Consumption, which accounted for almost 80% of economic growth in the first quarter, played a significant role in supporting the economy, even as risks grew for Chinese exporters. Retail sales grew by a healthy 10.1% in March. And the fifth thing to know is oil prices slip ahead of U.S. inventories. Oil prices registered slight losses on Tuesday as investors looked ahead to fresh data on U.S. commercial crude inventories to gauge the strength of demand in the world's largest oil consumer and how fast output levels will continue to rise. Our next story today is from MarketWatch.com. Netflix is growing at a stunning rate, and so is its profit. Netflix Inc. on Monday detailed stunning growth for a tech company that has been around for more than 2 decades, as its hefty spending on content and international expansion pays off in a big way. Netflix reported its first quarter results that far outpaced Wall Street's expectations on Monday, adding $7.4 million more streaming, 7.4 million more streaming subscribers, more than the 6.6 million expected, with 5 million of them outside the U.S. Higher subscription prices for Netflix streaming service, combined with the growing customer base, gave a huge boost for revenue. Netflix said 43% year-over-year jump in streaming revenue was its best in history. And our final story today is from Bloomberg.com. Earnings season is set to crush volatility once again. Hold the financial fireworks. This earnings season is poised to restore tranquility to an equity market that's been anything but. The CBOE Volatility Index, a gauge of the S&P 500 index's implied volatility over the next month, derived from options prices, has been running below the 10-day realized volatility of the benchmark for nearly 3 weeks. One upshot, the earnings season that's just getting underway, is expected to serve as a salve for jittery markets. A calmer backdrop for equities would bring pain to speculators, or more kindly, reduce the value of their hedges. The weekly commitment of traders report from the CFTC shows non-commercial positions in VIX futures rose to a record net long of nearly 93,000 contracts as of April 10th, indicating unrelenting bets on continued market turmoil in the face of manifold headline risk. It's also a contrarian signal for investors, hoping that earnings will bring about a relatively more calm backdrop for equities. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Newsweek News for today, April 17th, 2018, your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart, and have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Options News Rundown. To learn more about these stories or any other developments from the world of options, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.
The preceding program was a production of the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions at theoptionsinsider.com.